when someone is in touch with their own inherent worth, they will be able to feel good, so to experience positive feelings. They will know that they deserve to be treated well, to receive good things, and to achieve their goals. And they will have a healthy sense of entitlement. And this will basically allow them to take the first step. So they won't simply expect things to merely fall into their lap. They will play their part. But they will know that even if something doesn't go to plan straight away and they get knocked back or even rejected, they won't give up, because they will know that they deserve to receive what it is they're trying to attain. And so this shows how important it is for someone to be in touch with their own inherent worth, because they won't see their value as being out there, so it won't be externalized, so they won't need to please other people to achieve things or to look a certain way in order to feel of worth. And when someone is not in touch with their own inherent value and they react to this person can end up being extremely narcissistic. So they can develop this inflated self. And because they will be out of touch with their body to avoid how they feel, they will be in their mind. And to their mind, they will either be better or worse than others. There will be no middle ground. They can't just feel good for no apparent reason. So through resisting how they feel, they can see themselves as being better than anyone. And this can then cause them to believe that they are special, that they deserve special treatment, so they can have this huge entitlement mentality. So without them needing to play their part, they can expect things just to fall into their lap. And someone like this can do a lot of damage, can be very draining to be around someone like this who always needs to prove how much better they are. And they can, of course, be very successful. And then they can use their status, their possessions. Perhaps they can have lots of cars or a big house. And all this can then be used as a sign, because their value has been externalized, that they are better than anyone else. In reality, they are simply trying to prove to themselves that they are not worthless. They are using all these external props to keep their true feelings about themselves at bay. However, if someone doesn't resist how they feel, and they embrace what's going on inside themselves, they are going to find it hard to feel good. So they can believe that they don't deserve to experience good things, they don't deserve to be treated with respect. They can allow other people to walk over them, and they won't have a healthy sense of entitlement. So even if they work really hard and contribute a lot, they can still believe that they don't deserve to receive anything back. And it can be normal for them to feel down and depressed. They can often feel suicidal. And they can engage in all kinds of behaviors to try to make themselves feel better. And so even if they do achieve something or they consume something that allows them to avoid how they feel and just to feel good about themselves for a short time, before long, what they've avoided can come up again. And each time this happens, they can basically fall deep within themselves and experience self-hate, self-loathing, just feel so rough. It can be like hell on earth, let alone going to hell anywhere else. And although they will be in a hell of a lot of pain, they can do what they can to cover it up. And they might not even let other people know how they feel. And this is because through how they feel and the amount of toxic shame that can be loaded, they can be loaded up with this toxic shame. They can believe if they were to open up and to tell other people about what is going on, that these people would reject and abandon them. And this is because they can believe that there is something inherently wrong with them. So they won't just be another human being. They will be deeply flawed, and so it won't be possible for them to come back in and to connect to their fellow human beings. And this is what is going on for someone. It can show that during their early years they experienced a lot of trauma. So they may have been abused and or neglected during this time in their life. And because they were egocentric and were unable to think about what was taking place, they would have internalized what was taking place. So as they were being treated as though they were bad, they would have come to believe that this is because they are bad. So they would have basically internalized the messages, and this would have caused them to feel so awful, so bad about themselves. And they would have also developed this strong inner critic. So not only can they feel bad about themselves, they can also have this inner voice that is there to pull them down. So although this is going on, the truth is the one is not flawed or worthless or bad. There's nothing inherently wrong with them. But because they have merged and these inner voices and this trauma they experience has basically permeated their whole being, it won't be possible for them to realize that what is going on in them doesn't reflect who they are or their true nature. So if you can relate to this and you find that you often feel very bad about yourself, what you can think about is that there is nothing inherently wrong with you. But in order for you to realize this, you will need to question what you believe and to work through the trauma that is inside you. And there can be the feelings, as I said, the beliefs, and the survival responses from your early years. So the best thing for you to do will probably be to reach out for external support, and this can be from a therapist or a healer, or you can reach out to me. I offer free 15-minute consultations if you're unsure about if we would be a good match for each other to work together. So, but whatever you do, please reach out, because you don't deserve to suffer in silence and to feel crappy about yourself. So please reach out.